Welcome to my channel. Today we're doing a makeup and movies video. I really want to start reviewing movies on my channel. The movie I'm talking about today is The Girl Next Door.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. Gentlemen, these are your prom dates. April and Ferrari. Ladies, we have Eli and Klitz.
Your name is Klitz?
With the K.
Okay, get a two-shot. Minions! All right, guys, get closer. Yeah, that's right. Go show me the love. Oh, feel it. Feel it.
I watched this for the first time like 2 weeks ago. It came out in 2004. It definitely has that like early 2000s vibe. I wouldn't say this was an incredible movie. Like, you have to see it. Very stupid. It had a little bit of like a charm to it. You know, I actually did like it. Like, I feel bad saying that because it's like told from the perspective of a high school boy, and you know that thing that's like the Bechdel test or whatever. Like, obviously it does not pass that. I don't think. Whatever, you know what that is when it's like, does this movie have a scene with two girls talking to each other, and are they talking about something else other than guys? I think that's what the Bechdel test is. I don't know how to say it. The makeup look I'm doing today is kind of inspired by the actresses in the end of the movie that take his friends to prom. So this video is going to have spoilers because all of my movie reviews, for the most part, I'm just gonna kind of share my opinion and my general thoughts, but I will probably reference random scenes. I actually would watch this again. I feel like maybe not a lot of times. I'm doing a makeup look kind of inspired by the actresses at the end because I saw their glam and I was like, fierce. Olivia Wilde is technically in this movie as like a random kind of like extra character. I mean, I think she might have a line or something and a few random scenes. Yeah, if you watch closely, Olivia Wilde is in this. She has light blonde hair and is just like a random high schooler. But it's just interesting because I looked at the cast and I was like, oh, Olivia Wilde's in this. And then the first time I watched it, I didn't even recognize her. And then I tried to look back and then I was like, oh, wait, that's her. I just didn't know it was her because she's so young and has like really light blonde hair. I wanted to watch this movie because Paul Dano's in it, and I'm not a huge fan of him. Like, I've seen The Fabelmans, him playing Steven Spielberg's dad, and I really liked that movie at the time. I don't dislike it now. I just don't know if I rewatch it a bunch of times. But at the time, I remember really liking that movie. No, actually, I would rewatch that. I liked The Fabelmans, okay? Like, I'm not even a huge Steven Spielberg fan. That's the only movie I've seen Paul Dano in, is literally The Fabelmans. Like, I've never seen... I still haven't seen the Robert Pattinson Batman. But I'm kind of wanting to watch that Batman just because I want to see another movie with Paul Dano in it. Anyway, I think this was one of his first roles, and he looks so young. It's so funny. I was looking on Letterboxd when I watched this movie, and one of the reviews was like, I'm gonna go to the hair salon and ask for the Paul Dano and the Girl Next Door. Like, that's... his hair is just so funny in this movie. And then he has like the little glass. Honestly, his character was kind of a highlight to the movie because the main character's not annoying or bad. Like, there's nothing really wrong with the main character. It's just like a little boring. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd like to see a whole movie on Paul Dano's character. Also, the other friend is like kind of freaked out. But the other friend's funny too, though. The other friend's weird, watching adult videos like while he's on the phone with his friend, like while he's like hanging out with his friend. That friend actually is kind of funny because at the end he takes the directing role really seriously. I think this movie's free on YouTube. I watched it from a DVD, and I found it on DVD at Goodwill, and I was like, oh, I feel like I've heard of this movie. So I picked it up because I'm trying to watch more early 2000s movies and collect DVDs from that era. It also has Timothy Olyphant. I don't know how to say his name. All I know about him is he was in like a random episode of The Office. I just remember him as the hot guy from The Office. In this movie, he's the bad guy, definitely playing an asshole, like scumbag, like kind of character. Just playing an adult film producer. Like he's trying to get the main girl back into the industry, even though she doesn't really want to be back in it. And then he's just messing up the main character's whole life. And also when he goes to the high school, he's asking the high school girls like, which one of you girls are 18? I was literally preying on 18-year-old girls, trying to get them into adult work. I appreciate how this film doesn't demonize the adult film industry. Like, it has the two actresses at the end, and it's, like, funny. It has that other guy, Richard from Sex and the City. Got the smoky eye basically done. Now I'm just gonna add a little bit of a cut crease. I looked at the director of this, and I didn't recognize anything else that he's directed. So the main character is played by, I don't know how to say it, Emile Hirsch. I know him from Into the Wild. If you've ever seen that movie, I read the book when I was in high school, and I really liked that book a lot, and I feel like I have seen that movie multiple times, just not any time recently. And I thought he was really good in that movie. He also plays Speed Racer, which I haven't seen that movie in, like, since I was a child. So I didn't know who he was at the time. His character is kind of, he's not an unlikable guy. He's just supposed to be this kind of smart kid that never has really done anything interesting in high school except for just get good grades. He's not that popular. He just has his little friend group. And then this girl moves next, or no, she doesn't move next door, but she's like house sitting. He's taking out the trash, and he sees her getting stuff from her car, and he's like, sees her through his window in her bedroom, like changing, and he is like staring at her, like up her. For me, that would just, I would just close the window and be like, boy, bye. But she comes over and is like, why are you staring at me? She starts to kind of, like, you can tell she thinks he's cute and whatever. I can't relate to this girl, the main character. Her name is Danielle, by the way. She just wants to have a normal life, and I respect that. This movie is pretty unrealistic, but it's an interesting watch, is what I'm trying to say. It's actually not bad if you take yourself out of it and you're just like, whatever. I did watch the unrated version. I don't know, in terms of it being like scandalous or risque, it's not like that. It's like raunchy, but it's not that crazy. Like, I would not want to watch this with my family. Like, obviously not. You can watch this movie with your friends. I just wanted to watch it, one, because of Paul Dano, and I've seen clips of him in this movie. The scene where he's like, baby, I would do I can't even say the line. I literally can't even say the line because it's like crazy. Who wrote that line? Like, that's literally insane. That line is awful. Like, that's so bad. I don't really know what the difference is between the version I watched compared to the like, I watched the unrated version, but it just seemed like a basic R-rated movie. There was really not a lot of nudity, except for like when the one friend is watching, you know, like on TV when he's talking to his friend, and then Paul Dano's like sitting, they're like hanging out, and he's just like watching this. He's like, I feel uncomfortable when you watch this when we're hanging out, and he's like. So I finished with the eyes. You know the character the actor that plays Richard in Sex and the City, he's in this movie. Like, random. I've never seen this actor in anything except Sex and the City. I don't even know his name, but he's very recognizable because of that role as the guy that Samantha dates for a decent amount and like cheats on her and stuff. And he's playing this really big producer, like bigger than the other guy. Whatever his name is, Timothy Olyphant or whatever. He convinces the main character to steal this award that this other guy won because he stole Timothy Olyphant's idea or something. I don't know. Something like that. The main character goes into this guy's house, who he just so happens to live like in the same area as all of these people. He gets chased by, I'm just calling him Richard. I don't know what his real name actually in the movie was, or that I don't even know that actor's name. And then he sees this guy, and he's like in a Speedo, like, and he's just standing there, like, because he thinks he's sleeping, like he sees him sleeping, and then he thinks he's gonna get away with stealing this thing, this award, and then the guy randomly wakes up and then is just like in the doorway, like in a Speedo, just kind of like scarily looking at him like, what are you doing? And he has like a parrot or something that's talking. For the subject matter being what it is, it's not actually that scandalous to me. Like, I didn't find it that crazy. Oh, also the part where he raised like $20,000 to get this kid from an Asian country. I don't know. I can't remember what Asian country it is. He raises like $20,000. How does a high school kid raise $20,000 just randomly by himself? I just feel like I'm kind of over talking about this movie. It's like, just, I don't know why I decided to do this review. Like the other characters better. I like the girl. This movie never really gets her perspective. It's always just completely told through the main character's thoughts and view of her, kind of. Like, you never really see her on her own talking to people, like, by herself. Like, it always has to do something with the main character. And I don't know, I just feel like I wish it was more from her perspective, maybe a little bit. Like, both of their perspectives. I just feel like it's missing the fact that you never really get to see her true inner thoughts. I just wish that the main character had a little bit more personality. He does. Like, he's not completely one-sided. Like, you know, he has some interesting moments. Like, when he accidentally gets drugged before his scholarship speech or whatever the heck it's for. I feel like the actor, like, was pretty good in that scene. Like, I would watch that. I would watch the movie for that scene again because he was just doing pretty well at acting like he was on drugs. I don't know. I felt like that scene showed the character's, like, true feelings about, like, his life and everything. But yeah, I would watch this again. I would watch it again. I don't think probably many people would watch it multiple times. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, like, it's not a movie I'd watch often. It's definitely not written, you know, it's not from a woman's perspective. It's from a high school boy's perspective, a male director, whatever. And I like a lot of movies from male directors. Like, you know. And I did actually kind of like this movie. Like, it had funny moments. I didn't completely bother me because I was looking at some of the Letterboxd reviews, and some people really don't like this movie. Like, yes, I kind of watched this movie because I was like, I need to see more movies with Paul Dano. Like, I just need to see more of his range as an actor, and I don't know, I kind of, like, have a crush on him. Not in this movie, but, like, him more, like, now. And, I don't know, it's something about, he's not, like, the most conventionally attractive man ever, but that's so subjective, you know? That I'm like, okay, like, I kind of like this guy's vibe. I don't know anything about him personally. I've just kind of I don't even think I've seen interviews of him or anything. I don't know. I was kind of watching this movie to see more Paul Dano movies, and then I actually ended up liking it, like, enough to where I wasn't like, oh, that was a waste of watching a movie. Sometimes you watch a movie because you like an actor and you want to see more of their roles that they've been in, but it ends up being like a completely stupid movie you do not like at all, which I don't feel like that's happened to me that many times. Because I remember I watched the first and second Kingsman because Pedro Pascal's in the second one, and I really thought, I still think he's very attractive. So I watched like the first and second one, but I actually didn't even care for, like, obviously he's attractive in his roles, but I kind of got into the other characters more and just like the whole story of just the, and then his character was kind of just like a random guy in the second movie, and it didn't really matter that much to me. So sometimes I watch movies for a specific actor, and then I end up liking it for different reasons or something, you know?
Okay, so ultimately I did find it kind of funny, but I don't know if this is a movie I would really recommend to people. You know, you'd never get to really hear from the main woman's true perspective.
Okay, why do I feel like I look like Monterey? I feel like I'm hallucinating.
Honestly, this isn't a movie that you would really take seriously. It did have moments that I thought were funny and charming even. I probably will watch it again at some point, just if I randomly want to watch a dumb movie, you know. That's about it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I keep doing makeup and movies on my channel, so stay tuned for the next one. Bye.